I need a show that forces me to stretch my imagination. As I said in the poll for this, I tend to be a very skeptical person, but I can open my mind up, and I like shows that force me to do that. So let's see where the X-Files lands us. Disclaimer, I have seen the first episode, but it was a long time ago, and I remember virtually nothing. So there is that. But I have to start somewhere. As always, like, comment, and full version is on Patreon in the description, and you can follow me on Twitter and Discord. Let's get to believing, because I know the tagline for the show is I want to believe. The X-Files. Dun-dun. The following story is inspired by actual documented accounts. Ooh, I like that. That was the whole shtick of this show, though, right? Like, it could be real. Alright. Alien abduction, right off the bat. I think anyone who would say they don't know that X-Files has something to do with aliens is, like, lying. What the heck? Those were eyes, maybe? Yes? Well, if this isn't real, this girl is on one heck of an acid trip. So, oh, she's dead? Is she dead? Oh my god. Ew. If they weren't, like, so puffy, I'd say they were bite marks.
That be the Class of 89 detective? It's happening again, isn't it?
Class of 89 is special? Are a lot of them dying? Oh, this reminds me of Bones. This is giving me Bones vibes.
Agent Dana Scully.
Scully. She looks very serious, very on a mission.
Agent Scully, thank you for coming on such short notice.
Ooh, who's the guy in the corner, and where have I seen him before? Stargate? Maybe?
We see you've been with us just over 2 years.
Are you familiar with an agent named Fox Mulder?
Fox Mulder.
Yes, I am.
Fox Mulder.
He's an Oxford-educated psychologist who wrote a monograph on serial killers and the occult. He had a nickname at the academy.
Oh.
Spooky Mulder.
Oh, okay.
Are you familiar with the so-called X-Files?
Okay.
The reason you're here, Agent Scully, is we want you to assist Mulder on these X-Files.
Oh, so she's there to, like...
Am I to understand that you want me to debunk the X-Files project, sir?
She's gonna be me. I'm totally gonna be her. I expect to identify with Scully a lot. Oh, there it is. I want to believe. That's like an actual supposed UFO picture, right? I swear I've seen that in a lot of places.
So who did you take off to get stuck with this detail, Scully?
Actually, I'm looking forward to working with you.
You should tell your face, because you don't look forward to being here at all.
It's just that in most of my work, the laws of physics rarely seem to apply.
Okay. I think he's very skeptical of her, ironically.
These two distinct marks on her lower back. Dr. Scully, can you ID these marks?
An animal bite? Electrocution of some kind?
How's your chemistry?
I don't know. Is it some kind of synthetic protein?
What is
It's
it?
me. I've never seen it before either. Maybe what you can explain to me is why it's bureau policy to label these cases as unexplained phenomena and ignore them.
Okay, so, interesting. I find myself being, like, sucked into what I know about the show, which is that it goes towards the supernatural, right? Supernatural? Quasi-supernatural? But I imagine some episodes are going to have, like, realistic explanations. I mean, I guess most episodes. That's what I really like about the show Evil, is that, I mean, I think for season 2, they've kind of really dove into the this is not explainable category. But I really liked season 1 because there could have been a supernatural meaning behind it, but there was a plausible, if unlikely, realistic explanation, or not realistic, natural explanation behind it. So we We thinking bite marks, puncture wounds, aliens? There was like a glowy red thing in the forest? I don't know. I'm not sure.
She's the 4th person in her graduating class to die under mysterious circumstances.
The girl obviously died of something. If it was natural causes, it's plausible that there was something missed in the postmortem. What I find fantastic is any notion that there are answers beyond the realm of science.
Oh, I like her! Yes, I like her. It's true. Science knows everything. It just doesn't know everything. It can science can figure out everything. That doesn't mean it knows everything. And like I think too many people think it's like, oh, science can't give me the answer, so I'll go towards the mystic for the answer. But the mystic really doesn't give you the answer either. It gives you an answer that you want. It doesn't tell you if it's true. Yeah, I went there. What kind of plane you guys on? He stayed pretty freaking calm.
This must be the place.
I would have been her. I would have been like panicking. I'd be the baby in the background crying.
The autopsy reports of the first 3 victims show no unidentified marks or tissue samples. Is the medical examiner a
We
suspect?
won't know that until we do a little grave digging. I've arranged to exhume one of the other victims' bodies.
What's going on?
Okay. That's really a lot. What interferes with electricity? Is he mapping something out?
What the hell was that about?
I don't know what he thinks. He keeps a lot of things like very close to the belt, which I imagine he's very used to because like people probably don't really believe him. So he probably doesn't want to tell others what he's thinking for fear of sounding crazy.
You just don't know who you people think you are. You just think you can come up here and do whatever you damn well please, don't you? I'm Dr. J. Neman. I'm county medical examiner.
Oh.
What is the insinuation here? Are you saying that I missed something in those other kids' exams?
Why are you... His presence here is really sketchy. If there is something, he's in
I
on it.
obviously needed a longer vacation.
Is there no one's going to be inside? It's going to be empty? What the fudge? That's not human.
It's probably a safe bet. Ray Soames never met a varsity basketball team.
Is that a orangutan or monkey of like a chimpanzee? Its face, yeah.
Indicate subject is not human. Could you point that flash away from me, please?
Mulder must be just like freaking out.
My guess is it's a chimpanzee or something from the ape family. Possibly an orangutan.
The medical examiner is very suspicious at this point. For
You
what?
don't honestly believe this is some kind of an extraterrestrial?
We can do those x-rays here, can't we? Is there any reason we can't do them right now?
I guess.
Not crazy, Scully. I have the same doubts you do.
Are they gonna find out that it's actually a human? I have no memory of this whatsoever. I shouldn't have even said that I've seen it.
Who is it?
Steven Spielberg.
Oh, I hear he makes good movies.
Way too wired. I'm going for a run. You want to come?
Pass.
Mulder is always on, isn't he?
Ray had an inability to grasp reality. He seemed to suffer from some kind of post-traumatic stress.
Is that something you've seen before?
I've treated similar cases.
Were any of those Ray Soames' classmates?
Yes.
Did you treat any of these kids with hypnosis?
No, I did not. Yes, I'm treating Billy Miles and Peggy Odell. Both have been long-term live-in patients.
Would it be possible for us to talk to them?
Would that really be a good idea? I mean, for their health?
Both he and Peggy were involved in an automobile accident out on a state road.
Billy needs me close.
Doctor?
Whoa!
Peggy! Oh, Peggy, what are you...
He's going to hurt you. Nurses. I need to see the nurses here.
Okay.
Bring it for the orderlies now!
Yeah. See, this is what I meant. 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 See, this is what I meant the psychiatrist probably should have considered Peggy's mental health before doing this.
How did you know the girl was going to have the marks?
I don't know. Lucky guess.
What are they?
Yes.
Why, so you can put it down in your little report? I don't think you're ready for what I
Share.
You don't really believe that.
think. Do you
Listen.
have a better explanation?
Okay. Scully, you wanted answers. Just
But to say that they've been riding around in flying saucers, it's crazy, Mulder. There is nothing to support that. You've got 4 victims. All of them died in or near the woods.
okay, there's a lot going on here. So I just wanted to say, like, these two are really clashing, aren't they? Mulder, I think, is holding just a bit too much back at this point, and Scully is really going at him. Like, both of them need to kind of work together a bit more, because, like, I get what Scully is saying. There has to be an explanation. I agree. I get what Mulder is saying. There could be an explanation, even if it's not, quote unquote, scientific. Okay, then let's hear what it is, lay out the evidence, be rational about it. And more importantly, I think in an investigation like this, like, shouldn't your main prerogative be finding what happened, like the root cause, and preventing that root cause from happening again? So I can kind of see Scully's frustration, maybe, if Mulder, I don't think this is what he is saying, but I think maybe this is what Scully thinks he's saying. If Mulder is saying that, like, well, there's nothing we can do because it's aliens, then obviously that would be very frustrating, because Scully might be approaching it from, we were sent here to make sure this doesn't happen again. I'm not sure that's what Mulder is saying, though. But, like I said, he's not saying a whole lot, and that could just be because Scully is coming at him really, really hard. But if he can provide an explanation, maybe not logical, rational, or scientific, but an explanation as to how to prevent this from happening again, then let's have at it, right? Like, no need to fight. So there's something electromagnetic happening here, right? Like, there has to be. The car radio, the static, the compass. Is it not dirt?
Mulder?
Oh my god, is she gonna get taken? That would make a believer out of me. You know what this looks like? It looks like a construction site. Like, those look like big floodlights, and this sounds like some kind of construction vehicle. Point your gun and keep him at a distance. Oh, he has a gun. He has a shotgun.
Special Agent Dana Scully, FBI.
You're trespassing on private property here.
We are conducting an investigation.
Now, I'm only going to say it one more time. Get in your car and leave.
Go get legal permission. If a county judge won't do it, go to a state judge. Someone will give you a warrant for this type of behavior.
What's he doing out here all by himself?
Nothing good. It said 903.
Yeah, I'm just,
What are you looking for?
What the heck? Is time gonna jump? Is it gonna be like 10:30 or something? Midnight? Oh,
We
okay.
lost 9 minutes.
I guess a big time jump would be, like, really suspicious. Well, what does that mean?
People that have made UFO sightings. They've reported unexplained time loss.
Okay, so let's just take for a second that time did jump, or that they lost their memories. How did that happen? Does she have the 2 little mark thingies?
I want you to look at something.
Come on in.
Don't drip the wax on her skin. Oh, it's 3 of them.
What are they?
Mosquito bites.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I got eaten up a lot myself out there.
Okay.
You okay?
I don't know. Those didn't look like mosquito bites. They looked like bites, but then again, that could just be 93's makeup budget too.
My sister was 8. She just disappeared out of her bed one night.
Oh, he experienced an abduction.
There were no facts to confront, nothing to offer any hope.
So, how much we want to bet that he's looking for his sister? Like, that's his whole reason.
There's classified government information I've been trying to access, but someone has been blocking my attempts to get at it. The only reason I've been allowed to continue with my work is because I've made connections in Congress. You're part of that agenda, you know that.
I'm not a
Uh-oh.
part of any agenda.
So she's not here to validate him. At least I think she doesn't realize maybe she's being used.
Worked very closely with a man named Dr. Heitz Verber, and he's taken me through deep regression hypnosis. I've been able to go into my own repressed memories.
Regression hypnosis has been very thoroughly debunked.
But how do you
The government knows about it, and I gotta know what they're protecting.
This is the one of the few times I'll say this because I don't want to like kill anyone's vibe. I really don't think the government could possibly know about aliens. Not because aliens, or not because they wouldn't want to keep it a secret, but because the amount of people that would have to be involved to actually keep something like that a secret would be it would just be so freaking high. Like, we're not talking about a tiny little file locked away in a tiny little box in some dark room in the classified section of the government. We're talking about actual alien visitors. If the US government knows about it, likely plenty of other Western governments know about it. I mean, like, you wouldn't be able to keep it a secret from people because you wouldn't be able to keep it a secret from other governments. You wouldn't just have to get the United States government to agree to keep it a secret. You would literally have to get every powerful government in the world to sit down and keep it a secret. And I think the state of politics today would really show you, like, it wouldn't happen. Could you imagine if China or Russia knew a secret that would destabilize the entire US government? Come on. I mean, come on. But that's the last time I'll rail about that, because obviously this show is asking that question, and it is a cool conspiracy to think about. What if there is a group in the government that knows and they're just not telling us? I can suspend imagination.
Someone trashed the autopsy bay in the lab and they stole the body. We're going back to the motel.
What?
Go to the coroner. Like, I think it's him. Oh, crap. They didn't just trash it. They destroyed it. Oh, that's the coroner's daughter.
My name is Teresa Nemeth.
Come with us.
Is she from the 89
This is the way
class?
it happens. I'll just find myself out in the woods. I'm scared. I might
I'd be terrified.
die like the others.
Teresa, your father knows about this, doesn't he?
I think he's
About
covering
what
something
happens?
up.
He thinks he can protect me, but I don't think he can.
Let's go home, Teresa.
Oh, it's the creepy woods dude.
You're Billy Miles's father?
That's right. And you stay away from that boy.
They know who's responsible for the murders.
Right. Otherwise, they would be jumping for joy to help you guys solve this.
I think I know who killed Karen Swenson.
Who? The detective?
The dude in the
Billy
coma?
Miles.
The boy in the hospital? The vegetable?
So he's not in a coma? He's faking it? Could you fake being in a coma? Like, can't you actually see someone's brain not being active?
It all fits a profile of alien abduction, and something took control over it.
Okay. Just go with
You
it.
think I'm crazy?
If it's real, it should have actionable consequences. Just go with it. What can we do with this information?
Because the Force controls them, summons them there. And the marks are from some kind of test.
And the Force summoned Teresa Nemeth's body into the woods tonight.
Yes!
Okay, I take it back. I think now you're going down a really bad conclusion. What is she doing?
You know, I don't really remember what I watched.
Oh, are his feet really
Miss?
dirty? Really dirty and hairy.
What is she
Ugh.
looking for?
For someone who doesn't walk around or get out of bed, it sure looks like you have been.
You know who was taking care of Peggy Odell last night?
Not me.
Kid may have killed Peggy Odell. I don't believe this.
Cody.
It's crazy.
How is he getting up?
You said it yourself.
Yeah, but you have to write it down in your report.
Can you catch him in the act? If he is getting out of bed, catch him.
The detective's here.
Oh, shock. Bad guys. Oh my god, are they going to be killing his daughter? Are they the ones responsible?
Hold it right there.
This guy's about to shoot one. Okay, listen.
He's gonna kill her.
Is it Billy?
Billy, no!
What's causing the wind? Where's the girl? Okay, there's the girl. And she's alive.
Dad? Oh, God.
What is going on? So, there's no logical explanation for this. I have no idea. Doesn't mean it's aliens. It could be, I don't know, unicorns that live at the center of the earth. But I don't, like, it's not natural, that's for sure. You guys work at being weird and creepy? That take practice?
The scientific basis and credibility just seem wholly unsupportable. You're aware of that.
My reports are personal and subjective. I don't think I've gone so far as to draw any conclusion about what I've seen.
I don't think she's going to let herself be used like they want to.
I see no evidence that justifies the legitimacy of these investigations.
Really?
There were, of course, crimes committed.
At the very least, you got a murderer off the streets. You should be happy with that.
This is the object described by Billy Miles as a communication device.
What are his thoughts?
Aliens. He thinks it's aliens.
Agent Mulder believes we are not alone.
Who are you? I don't think he's with the FBI.
The paperwork we filed is gone. We need to talk, Scully.
That's going to really make her latch on, isn't it? She's going to be like, I got to know what the heck is happening. Was it the creepy dude walking down the hallway that I didn't think was from the FBI? Speak of the devil. 1, 2, there's 5 of them. Now there's a 6th. This would be a wonderful show to watch at like midnight, just in the dark. The Pentagon. So yeah, he works for like the Department of Defense, maybe. And that was my reaction to the very first episode of the X-Files. I liked it. And you know what? It is a lot like Evil. I think Evil is a bit more balanced in terms of is it or isn't it real, but they were definitely still asking the question, is it or is it not real? We left with a whole lot less answers than I wanted, which is like how every show should be, because it gets you to come back. But the only thing that I think you'll find as I go through these episodes is, yes, I am very skeptical, but I am also very pragmatic. So, you know, I don't need every I dotted, every T crossed in an explanation as long as it accomplishes a goal. I think the FBI guy at the end was a little bit like, what? Because the case was clearly worth going in the sense that they left getting Billy off the streets. Yes, I guess they were kind of saying, well, how do we prosecute him? I mean, the dude technically did confess. At the very least, now you know that he can wake up and that he has some kind of direct connection to these people going missing. So can you prosecute him? Maybe not. Can you probably get him ordered into a state psychiatric hospital for the rest of his life? Probably. So I do think that there was some, good that came from them investigating, and it was strange that the FBI dude, the top brass guy, was so like, why should we do this? Mulder and Scully's relationship, I think it's going to be really interesting, because I do think that Scully lacks some pragmatism that I think would be beneficial to her skepticism. Go with it, see where it leads, and if it's a bad conclusion, it's a bad conclusion, right? But at the same point, Mulder needs to back off a little bit too, because it's one thing to take leaps of imagination, it's another thing to allow those leaps of imagination to allow you, or to drag you down a bad route. My thing is, you can make one jump. maybe 2 jumps. But if you start basing further conclusions on those 1 or 2 jumps that you made, you're in like no land. All right. If you see someone run into the back hallway and you can't see who they are and you want to make the jump that they might be like a serial killer, fine. But then if you catch up to them and assume that they are a satanic serial killer based off of what? Like you're taking one jump, moving to another jump. No. So I think both of them have a middle ground to meet at, and I am very excited to see where that goes. I think I'm going to like this. The tone of the show is just kind of up my alley. And they were very good about, like, shows like this, what they have to do, unfortunately, a lot of the times is they have to very piecemeal give you the information. Like the show is being incredibly controlling about what you do and don't see. For example, Mulder looking at his watch at 9:03. Mulder presumably isn't looking at his watch all the time, and it doesn't make sense that he would look at his watch just before it were happening so that he could have that. But I can very easily look past that, because I do recognize that TV shows like this, they do have to do some stuff like that. They have to be very careful about what they show you. Some things that we don't know from this episode. What the heck was the light? Where were the marks coming from, and where the heck did they go? What was the orangutan or chimpanzee thing in the grave for? There were a lot of really what was the metal thing that the dude at the end was doing stuff with? There were a lot of questions that were completely unanswered by this. Now, I don't know if they're going to continue on with this same set of events. One comment said that they do a lot of Monster of the Week type stuff, but there is an overarching storyline. So I'm thinking that maybe some of this will come back into play as the episodes move forward. For example, the light, that seems to be a really common abduction thing, so maybe the light will come into play. But I have a feeling that other things like the metal implant, the marks, the chimpanzee, the ape skeleton, I have a feeling we're just not going to get answers to those things, and I'm okay with that. I can have an episode leave me with some unknown stuff. But anyways, yeah, this was my reaction to X-Files Episode 1, Season 1. Looking forward to continuing with it, and I will see you guys next time. Like if you want to like, comment if you would like to comment. Bye-bye.